Hey guys, it's Katelyn. Welcome back. Today we'll be doing a 30-minute slow flow. We're gonna get started seated. Finding a comfortable position. Closing our eyes, allowing our palms to face up. And we're just gonna start connecting to our breath, our body. Noticing how we're feeling today. Noticing how our body is feeling today. Taking note of any tension you may be holding or any stressors that you have in your body. We're now going to focus on our breath. We're going to take 4 breaths together, allowing yourself to breathe deep into your body, expanding the torso and sending the air all the way down into your sits bones. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. And last one. Inhale and exhale. We're now going to set a goal or an intention for today's practice, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's staying present, maybe it's meeting your body wherever it is at today. And once you have that goal, I want you to breathe it into your body. Inhale and exhale. With your eyes closed, starting to move your shoulders a little bit, rolling them back. And then rolling them forward. And also doing light circles now with your head, allowing it to roll to the right all the way around. And then rolling to the left, just creating some movement in your body with our eyes still closed, noticing how each movement feels. And then from here, we're going to slowly open our eyes. And then we're going to move to all fours, tabletop position. And then from here, we're going to lengthen our wrists. So I want you to think about slowly walking those fingertips back towards your knees. Listening to what your wrists are saying today. Maybe that is halfway and you're feeling some lengthening, or maybe that's all the way. Noticing what your body needs. And then from here, you're going to think about breathing 3 breaths and sending the breath all the way down through our arms, into our wrists, into our mat. Breathing here for 3. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly walking those fingertips back towards the top of our mat. And then from here, you have a couple options. You can either keep your feet flexed and sit back. So this will actually give you a nice stretch through your foot. That's option 1. Option 2, you can just come back sitting on your feet. Or if any of this is too much for you, you can stay raised up on your knees and do it from there. So finding what feels good for you. And if at any point you need to switch, you can also do that. So starting first with our left hand, you're going to face it down. You're going to apply light pressure on the back of your hand. So now feeling lengthening through the back of your wrist. And we're going to breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And last breath, inhale and exhale. Releasing that, shaking it out. We're gonna switch sides. Now doing our right wrist, facing it down, applying light pressure now on the back of that right hand, feeling the lengthening through the back of our arm. And breathing here now for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And last breath, inhale and exhale, releasing that, shaking it out. Coming back now to all fours, your tabletop position. And from here, we're gonna move it into some cat-cows. So again, listening to your body and also following your breath. Inhale, allowing your chest to open up. And then exhale, allowing the curve in your spine. And then moving between these two postures, following your own breath, what feels good. And we're gonna do this for 4 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And coming back to your neutral spine. From here, connecting head to tail, right and left, finding that C curve now in our spine. Making sure to keep breathing. Allowing the neck to be loose. And then from here, we're gonna start engaging our core and creating a little bit of heat. So we're gonna move into some bird dogs. So we're going to keep our left hand on the mat, extending our right arm out, finding that nice lengthening, trying to keep the shoulders still down your back. So you don't want any, almost like you're reaching. You want it to be in that socket. So keeping that right arm up and then extending the left leg back. Option to either keep your foot on the mat or if you'd like, extending it up. I like to keep a flexed foot to really feel the energy from my fingertips all the way into the heel of my foot. And we're gonna breathe here for 3 breaths. If at any point you need to come out of it, feel free to do so. 2 more breaths. Trying to keep those hips stable. And 1 more breath. And exhale, releasing that. Good job. Changing sides. Extending now that left arm out. Same thing, keeping that shoulder down your back, not reaching. And then extending that right foot back. Keeping either that foot on the mat or extending it up. And then feeling that energy all the way from your fingertips through the heel of your foot. Again, trying to keep those hips stable. And we're gonna breathe here for 2 more breaths. One more breath. And slowly release that down. Good job. From here, we're gonna push back into our child's pose. Feeling that nice lengthening through our arms and our shoulders. And we're gonna take 2 breaths here before we come back into our tabletop and do that bird dog sequence 1 more time. Breathing here, really feeling the expansion of the breath. Go all the way down into our pelvic floor. Feeling our stomach expand. And 1 more breath. And coming back up to all fours. And we're gonna do that bird dog sequence one more time. This time we're gonna hold it for 4 breaths. So again, listening to your body, if at any point you need to come back to all fours or even push back into child's pose, you can do that. So again, keeping our left hand on our mat, extending that right arm out, shoulder down our back, and then extending that left leg long, option again to keep it connected to the mat or reaching it up. Finding that energy from our fingertips all the way through the heel of our foot. And breathing here. 3 more breaths. One more breath. You got this, guys. And releasing that. Other side. Extending now that left arm, right leg back. Again, option to keep the foot down or rising it up. Same thing, keeping that foot flexed, finding the energy through our fingertips, through the right heel. And we're gonna breathe here 3 more breaths, keeping those hips stable. One more breath, guys, you got this. Feeling the heat you're creating in your body, and release. Great job. Pushing again back into that child's pose. And this time we're gonna take 3 good deep breaths here. This should feel really nice in those shoulders. Two more breaths, inhale. And exhale. And one more breath, inhale. And exhale. Coming up now, back to our tabletop position. And then from here, we're gonna move into our first down dog of the day, tucking our toes and thinking about reaching those hips up towards the ceiling. And then from here, once you are in your down dog, I want you to also think about your shoulders going down your back, kind of similar to when we were doing our bird dogs. Instead of pushing them out, allowing them to go down and back, down your back. And then from here, I also want you to think about releasing that neck. And then whenever you're ready, pedaling those feet. Feeling nice lengthening through the back of those legs. Continuing to try to reach those hips up towards the ceiling. Breathing here for another 3 breaths. And last breath. Looking forward and slowly walking our feet up towards our hands. From here, releasing our upper body over our legs, keeping a slight bend in those knees, and then allowing our body to hang over our legs, feeling that torso give into gravity. Option to have your hands on the floor, on your shins, or you can even grab elbows if you'd like. And releasing your stomach, allowing you to go a little bit deeper into this position. And then you can slightly rock right and left. Shaking your head yes, no. Taking 2 more breaths here, really feeling your lower back expand with each inhale. One more breath. And then from here, dropping our hands down to our shins, rising up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release. And inhale, bending the knees, rising all the way up. And then bringing our palms either to our mind, heart, or at our sides for our entire being. And taking a second here with our eyes closed, noticing how our body feels now that we're standing. Noticing our heart, noticing our breath. Noticing our posture, our shoulders down our back. And now slightly swaying right and left, feeling the weight shift between your feet, finding your center. And from here, we're going to take one more breath in our mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the arms up and exhale, bringing the palms together over your heart. From here, we're going to transition to warrior one. So we're going to shift our weight into that left foot and we're going to turn our right foot slightly out. From here, you're going to step your right foot back towards that right corner of your mat, and you're going to bend that left knee, thinking about knee tracking over the toes. And then from here, inhaling the arms up, and you are in warrior one. We're going to breathe here for 3 breaths, really thinking about having even weight between that left and that right foot. Breathing here, 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. From here, bending those arms into cactus, opening that chest up. If you'd like to add a slight back bend, you can. Opening your heart and throat chakra. Taking a good breath here. And coming back up. And then from here, sweeping the arms back and finding your chest, allowing it to hover over that left bent knee. Feeling the energy going through your shoulders all the way down through your hands. Feeling the energy in both legs. 1 more breath here. And then dropping those hands down to your mat. Stepping that left foot back. Option to take a vinyasa here, which I will show you how to go through, or pushing just back to down dog. If you choose to do a vinyasa, you can come over into your plank. You can keep your knees down if you'd like, or you can keep them up. And you're gonna come down all the way to your mat. And then from here, you can either move into cobra or up dog, engaging those glutes. And then pushing back to your plank, and then back to your down dog. And breathing here. If you went straight to down dog, we're gonna take 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Looking forward, walking our feet up to our hands, forward fold. Keeping those knees slightly bent. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Inhale, bending those knees all the way up. And exhale, bring your palms back to open our mind, heart, or entire being. And allowing ourselves to notice again how our bodies are feeling. Noticing how our right side feels different from our left. And now also checking in with the goal or the intention that you set at the beginning of today's practice. Noticing if you're making progress. And giving yourself grace for wherever you are at in your journey. gonna take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And we're gonna do all of that again on the other side, inhaling the arms up. And exhale, bringing our palms together over our heart, shifting our weight now into that right foot, thinking about turning that left foot slightly out as we step it back towards that left corner of our mat. Bending that right knee, allowing that knee to track over the ankle and the toes. And feeling the weight between that right and the left foot, feeling the energy that you're creating, the heat. And when you're ready, rising your arms up, again, shoulders down your back, and breathing here for another 2 breaths. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Bringing your arms to cactus, opening up that chest, again adding a slight back bend if you'd like, opening the heart and the throat chakra, taking a good breath here, and exhale, coming back up. And then from here, allowing your arms to swoop behind you, bringing your chest over your right knee, finding the energy again down your shoulders, through those fingertips. One more breath here. And then placing those hands down on your mat. Again, option to step that right foot back and push just to down dog. Or if you did a vinyasa on the other side, I'd recommend doing that. Again, to move through your vinyasa, you can either go from a full plank or your knees down. And we're gonna come over all the way down to our mat. And then reaching up to cobra or up dog. Shoulders again down, engaging those glutes to protect the lower back. And then back to your plank. And back to your down dog. And we're gonna breathe here for 2 breaths. And one more breath. And from here, we're gonna put our knees back on our mat. And we're gonna come back to seated. The hardest part of our flow is over. So we're now gonna move to some stretches, extending our right leg out, keeping our right foot flexed, bringing that left foot in. And then from here, keeping your right arm either in the mat in front of you, or if you just like to place it on your right leg, you can. And we're gonna inhale the arm up and exhale, folding over, reaching towards that right foot, keeping that right foot flexed. And this should feel really nice down the back of your right leg. And we're gonna breathe here for 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly coming up. And we're gonna switch sides. Bringing now that right foot into our body. Extending that left foot out. Keeping that left foot flexed as we keep our left arm either in the mat in front of us or on our left leg. Reaching up with that right arm and folding over. Again, listening to our body, finding what feels comfortable for us, depending on where your body is at today. You may be here, or you may be touching your toes. So whatever feels good. Feeling the nice lengthening through that right side body. And we're gonna breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Coming all the way back up. And then from here, bringing your feet in, and we're gonna move to a forward fold. So you have the option, if you would like, to grab some blocks, grab any pillows, or just using the floor in front of you. Inhaling your arms up, feeling that lengthening in your spine. And then exhale, folding over, keeping those sits bones connected to your mat the whole time. Resting your hands on the floor, on some blocks or pillows. And then releasing your head onto your hands. You should feel this in your hips. And we're going to breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Enjoying this pose for one more second. And then slowly rolling up 1 vertebra at a time, allowing your head to be the last thing to come up. Shoulders down your back. And then we're going to switch sides. Crossing our legs. Inhaling the arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. Same thing, using blocks if you'd like, or pillows, or just the floor in front of you, crossing the opposite hand on top. And then again, keeping those sits bones connected to your mat. And we're gonna breathe here again for 3 breaths. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Again, releasing your body, enjoying this pose for another second. And then from here, slowly rolling your body up 1 vertebra at a time, head being the last thing to come up. Feeling that lengthening in your spine, in your upper body. And then from here, we're gonna come to a comfortable seated position, bringing our hands in prayer in front of us. And we're just gonna take a second to reconnect with our body after our practice today. Noticing now how our breath feels. Noticing where we created heat. Noticing if we're still holding tension in our body, and if so, where. And now checking in one last time with the goal or the intention that we set for our practice today. Acknowledging any progress that we made, and then letting it go. We're gonna take 3 good deep breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. I want you to take this moment to thank yourselves for showing up to today's practice, thanking your mind and body for supporting you, and thanking the universe for all the opportunities it has presented us with thus far. We will now take a final collective breath together to end class. Inhale and exhale. Thank you.